All right, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It is Tuesday. We're all here together. It's a nice, beautiful morning in Kentucky.
It is.
Got that book there. Today, right there, okay. Today, Jesus' brothers ridicule him. John chapter 7, starting at verse 1. After this, Jesus traveled around Galilee. He wanted to stay out of Judea, where the Jewish leaders were plotting his death. But soon it was time for the Jewish festival shelters, and Jesus' brothers said to him, "Leave here and go to Judea, where your followers can see your miracles. You can't become famous if you hide like this. If you can do such wonderful things, show yourself to the world." For even his brothers didn't believe in him. Jesus replied, "Now is not the right time for me to go, but you can go any time. The world can't hate you, but it does hate me because I accuse it of doing evil. You go on. I'm not going to this festival because my time has not yet come." After saying these things, Jesus remained in Galilee. Now the commentary. The Festival of Shelters is described in Leviticus 23:33. This event occurred in October, about 6 months after the Passover. Celebration mentioned in John 6:2-5. The festival commemorated the days when the Israelites wandered in the wilderness and lived in shelters, and that's in Leviticus 23:43. Jesus' brothers had a difficult time in believing him. Some of these brothers would eventually become leaders in the church, James, for example. But for several years they were embarrassed by Jesus. After Jesus died and rose again, they finally believed. Today we have every reason to believe because we have the full record of Jesus' miracles, death, and resurrection. We also have the evidence of what the good news has done in people's lives through the centuries. Don't miss this opportunity to believe in God's Son. Because the world hated Jesus, we who follow him can expect that many people will hate us as well. If circumstances are going too well, ask if you are following Christ as you should. We can be grateful when life goes well, but we must make sure it is not at the cost of following Jesus half-heartedly or not at all. And that's what we were talking about the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the true God? The one the world hates.
Right.
Nobody cares. Nobody hates the Buddhist or the Muslims or the Hindus or the Satanists or anybody else. But you mention the word Jesus Christ around anybody that's not a believer, and they lose their minds.
Mm-hmm. You know, and it's hard to stand up for what you believe when the whole world is seemingly going against it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that does become difficult, but we have to try to maintain the strength that God gives us and know that it's rejecting him and not rejecting us.
Yeah.
You know, so we
And I
need
think-
to continue to believe that.
I think, a lot of people ask, why does God allow, evil in the world and all of that? Well, for one, in my opinion, it's because we have a choice. Mm-hmm. He's given us a choice. And also so that we don't have an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
You have a choice to do whatever it is you want to do. And and the part you can either accept it or reject it. You don't have to do the things you do, but you're not going to have an excuse when you have to sit before the white throne of judgment in front of God and say, well, I wasn't given a choice to know one, any other way.
Yeah. Another reason would be that God uses it to prepare us for his ministry in the future, so that we can emphasize, I can't get the word out, emphasize is not the right word, anyway, so that we can relate, there you go.
Okay.
So we can relate to others going through the same experience in the future that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
As well as it's a growing experience for us that we can learn from.
Mm-hmm.
So
it just shows that no matter how much evil surrounds us in this world, Christ overcame all of it.
right.
All we have to do is believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hope everybody has a glorious day, and we'll talk to you later.